What's up, beautiful collectors and Transformer fans? Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And on today's episode, something that I have been trying to get my hands on for a while. Going all the way back to the Transformers Legacy Evolution line, today we have the new Transformers Deluxe class Shrapnel, which I've gotten kickback. I can't find Bombshell anywhere, but finally I have the second Insecticon. As we're in the new Transformers Legacy United line, the boxes kind of changed a little bit, but going back, you can see you got the Evolution logo, Transformers, got a real cool image of them right there, with them up close and hacking you down on the bottom, and then a lot of the other figures that were in the line, that most of the stuff we've already taken a look at, come around to the back, you got the whole Evo Fusion! And the fact that he transforms in 11 steps, which is very small for a deluxe class figure. But this is an essential one. You have to have all the Insecticons, Bombshell, Shrapnel, Kickback, all of them. So I'm very excited to finally get my hands on this guy, and hopefully Bombshell's not too far from joining him. But for the packaging on him, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get him out here and see how cool he actually is. And here we have Shrapnel, not Scrapnel, opened up out of his packaging and in his insect mode. What kind of insect it is, I have no idea. It's the kind with little pinchers up here. And yeah, like I said, they're not calling him Scrapnel, which is cool because it's not what his name ever was. But, you know, sometimes they lose the ability to name things, certain things, so Shrapnel was probably something that they had a hard time kind of going along with. But this guy is fantastic and absolutely does a wonderful job of homaging that original G1 actual look. This is really very cool. All the way around. The colors look good. Everything about him is fantastic. As you can see, he does have some weapon storage. Now, a couple different things. You got a little hole right here. You can take and plug it in here. I think the instructions actually show it there, but that looks kind of silly if you ask me. But you can come around here to the bottom and you have that hole here, and you can plug that in if you wanted to. But again, I don't like that kind of like sticking out there. So I actually kind of like taking this and not pushing it all the way down and just kind of sticking it there. Just kind of grabs on just enough to kind of hold it underneath, but it's kind of a little bit better hidden. He also does have these weapons on the side that, oh, are those tabbed in? Those might be tabbed in. That kind of also look like legs in this mode. It's your choice if you really want to go with it, but he's got legs here too. But if you do kind of detach this, kind of pull this away, you can have that like that, and then you got these little back section here, which in robot mode are going to kind of cover up his legs. So you kind of have like this little black bit right here that also kind of serves to kind of hold a space for him. I don't really care for that much. I kind of like just leaving these on here. And these little posts on here actually have a space in there. You can kind of see it. So you can kind of see how like there's a little rounded section right there where that little post on that side fits in perfectly. So it's you know, good weapon storage for them. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it just goes along with the aesthetic pretty decently. I really do like that. And like I said, it has a very, very G1 style look. Now, bringing in his buddy Kickback. Here's the two Insecticons that I have right now. Still don't have Bombshell. I've seen, like, Entertainment Earth actually get him in periodically, but usually it's in the kind of case assortment, and most of the figures that are in that case I don't want to get. But they do list April as being the release of the individual Bombshell, so I'm looking forward to being able to finally complete these guys, because in terms of, you know, G1 Decepticons, we've gotten Megatron, we've gotten Soundwave, Starscream, we've even got Reflector or Refractor, and now having the Insecticons really does kind of help kind of round out that original G1 Decepticon lineup. I love it. I love it. I'm super, super geeked out. Now, Transformate, I mean, he doesn't really do anything. He just sits there. I mean, he doesn't really, I mean, I guess you could kind of move these around in terms of articulation. There's really no need for it or anything, but I love this guy. He's super, super cool. Now, transformation. First, I'm going to remove this piece, set that off to the side. Take the little under legs and just tuck those in like that. Take these arms here. They tab in along the side of the body of them, so pull that away, just like so. And then come around here to the back, and then just take this, and then you're going to swivel this down, separate the legs, and then this is going to angle up, and then this will lock into place right there. Fold out his foot. Do that on this side as well. So rotate this back and around, collapsing that, bring that just like so, and just kind of straighten out his legs. And then you rotate him here at the waist, come around here to the underside of his forearms. You got little hands in there, fold those out. And then same thing on this side. Fold out those hands. Bring that down. Just kind of angle everything. And then for the final reveal, take these pieces here, fold these down. And then this section here is actually separate from that, which is kind of weird. I kind of wish that they would have left that attached so that now you can lift this. Although I guess in terms of insect mode, being able to move this instead of having that attached to it and moving that as well makes it so that you can do it. But I don't know. I'm kind of weird like that. But there you have Shrapnel in his robot mode. And one thing about mine, I don't know if you're noticing this, but like this leg looks like it's bent inward. Doesn't it kind of look like it goes down here and then this slightly goes in? That kind of annoys me. This one is nice and straight, but again, I absolutely love the way that this guy turned out. And you can take his gun, have him hold it. It does have that whole Evo fusion thing in there, and that comes into play with these. So you can remove these if you really want to. Just sending him there, and then he got a little like post section here. I guess you can like really kind of hype up this gun, something like that, and then that just plugs right in there. You know, I mean, I guess. I mean, what? So these like I don't care about. I'm legitimately just always going to leave these underneath here, just kind of as weapons for him, just because it works. Why not? Or do I have that the other way around? No, yeah, that's the right way. So like that. And then you can take this, and this just pegs into his hand right here. But there you have Shrapnel, and this guy is super cool. I love literally everything on this guy, other than the weirdness of the leg. But I mean, like, I feel like maybe that's because you can kind of see it. It looks like it's bent. So I don't know. Maybe it's just warped. I don't know. Maybe that's a little bit better. Maybe I just gotta like bend the plastic a little bit. But yeah. I don't know why the Insecticons are fun, but they are. They're kind of dumb, but I like them. And you know, this guy's feet. I mean, he's got these ankle sections, so you can spread his legs. But I mean, I love how he looks. Now, coming in to take a closer look at his details, absolutely fantastic, like I talked about. The colors look amazing. You got a really nice red visor in there, the silver for the face, the black, the purple, even with the chest piece here, which has a really cool yellowish bit to it, but also has like that really, I don't even know how to describe it, almost a pearlescent look to it. I'm not entirely sure how you would describe that, but I also like how the black has that really nice glossy look, giving it a kind of metal look to it, which the original G1 toy, that was die-cast. So that glossy black paint on there kind of replicates that pretty nicely. All the way around, though, looks really good. I like how they actually have the hands painted black. I don't like I talked about, how the leg here, well, I don't, maybe I'm, it kind of looks like it bent. I don't know. I don't know. But I really do like the overall aesthetic of the guy. Articulation-wise is fantastic. The only part that is difficult is the head. Now, it is on a swivel, but it's so incredibly hard to get to because of these little bits. So you're kind of like forcing it, and it's very tight, like super tight. So I'm not going to mess with it that much, but it does rotate. The shoulders here do move forward and back. They move in and out. They rotate at the elbow, and then or the bicep, I should say, and then you have a nice hinge at the elbow. Gives you a little bit more than a 90-degree bend. You also do have a hinge. It's kind of the part of the transformation. Doesn't rotate or anything like that, but you do get a little bit of motion actually with that. You do have a waist swivel, as that's kind of part of the transformation. Hips move forward and back, in and out. They rotate, and they bend. You also do have ankle tilt, which you can use to kind of offset the fact that his actual leg here looks a little bit funky, but there you go. And I mean, he just fits like the aesthetic Insecticons very, very well, especially when you bring in kickback. I mean, these guys look phenomenal together. The sizing is spot on, and I can't wait to add one more guy right there. Now, transformation back, just as easy as it was going into robot mode. We're going to take these little side bits, fold those down, cover up his face, and then just take these and angle that up like that. Just bring the arms out to kind of get those out of the way, and then take the fists, tuck those down and in. Straighten out his feet. You want to rotate him here at the waist, and then come around back to the front, and then open up these side panels, or these front panels, and then angle that all the way down and collapse that. Oh, I'm sorry, you need to take the foot too. Point that, and then bring that all the way down, and you're going to want to make sure that it gets completely shifted up here. So do that again on this side. Point the toe, angle this all the way back, just accordion it there, and then bring the two halves together, squeezing that, and then just make sure that that's completely shifted up, because you've got little tabs on the inside here that are going to line up with some slots, and if it's not completely collapsed, it won't line up. But there you go. Line that up there. Literally, then you just take that, fold that out, and there you have Shrapnel back in his insect mode. And again, absolutely fantastic representation. I'm really quite happy with it. I honestly cannot think of a way that you can make this guy better. It is a phrase that we use time and time again, but a lot of these figures are essentially masterpiece level representations. The insect mode looks great. Everything about it, even though that you have like parts forming here, you can actually leave it on the arm like I showed, and it still looks pretty decent. The coloring all is spot on. The little red, silver, the blue, all of it is incredibly well done. Transformation is super simple, but you don't need it to be overly complex. It does exactly what it needs to do to transform and create a almost flawless looking robot mode. The only part that I have a difficult time with would be articulating the head, but that's not that big of a deal. And then my copy does have that weird bend in it, but I'm not going to hold it against all figures for it. I mean, hopefully that's just on my copy, but this guy is absolutely fantastic. If you're collecting the G1 style, this is definitely one that you have to get, because, as I said, it goes along perfectly with completing the G1 Decepticons. I'm trying to think if there are any that are missing, honestly. I mean, aside from taking somebody like Megatron and Shockwave and giving them slightly different alt modes because you can't make guns anymore, I can't think of any other Decepticons that we haven't gotten yet from Season 1. If you guys can think of one, let me know. Leave me a comment down in the comment section, because I'm kind of curious. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. There's my look at the semi-new-ish Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe Class Shrapnel. The nice thing about this guy is that he is coming back out. So if you missed him the first time around because he was kind of hard to get, you have another chance. And the easiest way to do that, instead of having to drive all over the place, is to go online to places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, or even Entertainment Earth. For all those places, I'll put links right down there in the video description, where you can swing on by and check out availability on him, as well as the rest of the wide range of Transformer figures. As always, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching, And until next time, this is Optibotimus saying, please remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. And until my next review, adios, au revoir, and auf Wiedersehen.